guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a bit of a different video from me this week. I'm actually going to be rating and ranking dog advent calendars that are available to buy this year, because I obviously have a little sausage dog, and that of course means that when it comes to Christmas she has to have an advent calendar, and I thought what better way to find the best one than to rate them all and go through them all. So we're going to go through 5 different ones today. We've got Denzels, Waita, Pets at Home, Years and Butternut Box. Is that for 6? No, 5. Denzels, Waita, Pets at Home, Years and Butternut Box. So we've got 5 to go through. I'm going to be ranking them on price, variety and ingredients of like the treats and stuff. So I think we'll start with Butternut Box, because I think price wise the Butternut Box is the cheapest one that's available out of the selection that I've got. So we'll go in price order. So we'll start with the cheapest one and then we'll go up to the most expensive one. So this one is retailing for $12.99 at the moment, and in here you get a selection, so you get 3 different treats in here. There's turkey and cranberry, lamb and beef, and you can actually buy the treats. You don't have to subscribe to Butternut Box to buy their treats as well, or this is a perfect option to kind of trial their treats before you set on buying some. So the ingredients of the treats, they're quite high in sort of meat content. So the turkey and cranberry one has 60% of turkey in, the lamb is 70% and the beef is also 70%. But then looking at like the other ingredients, there's no fillers in here whatsoever. So the only other fillers is like vegetables and sort of herbs and things. So we've got like sweet potatoes, carrots, thyme, rosemary, cranberries. So yeah, this is like a perfect little advent calendar. You get 24 days, so you get one for every day up until Christmas Eve, and in each door you get between 2 to 3 little training treats, because I think they're just small little training treats. But what kind of draws me to the Butternut Box advent calendar is that for every calendar they sell, they're donating a meal to a dog in need, which I just think that is like the nicest little touch ever. I think this is a perfect option for if you want to get your dog a little treat but you don't want to spend a fortune on one but still get them a little treat for every day. I think this is a great option. Then going up to the next one in the price bracket, we have Denzels. Now Darcy actually had the Denzels advent calendar last year and I absolutely love it. Like, I think this is such a novelty advent calendar but also so practical. So it opens up a bit like a little storybook, and the theme of this one is skiing, so it's all about like ski slopes and stuff like that. But in here, so this year they've actually brought out a new flavour to put into the advent calendar. So there's 6 variations of treats in this one, which I think is very good for variety. This one is retailing for £15, so the Denzels advent calendar's retailing for £15, which you can buy online. And in this one we have 24 mini bags of dog treats, so you get a full bag of treats, which is insane. So you get duck and almond, salmon and berries, Christmas lunch, nut butter and turkey, pigs in blankets and mince pie. So all of their treats are like grain free as well, which is incredible if your dog's got an allergy. And this is the only advent calendar that I've found out of the selection that I have that doesn't have any chicken in it. So if you have a dog with a chicken allergy, because chicken allergies are really common in dogs, if you have a chicken allergy dog, this is a great option. And I'm going to open it up and just show you the size of treats you get in here, because unlike the other advent calendars where you just get a little, like 1 or 2 treats, you actually get a full bag in these every day, which I just think is ridiculous. And it keeps them fresher for longer. So the date on this one is actually, I think that like the best before date on this one is the best out of all of them, because obviously they're like sealed fresh. So it looks like that on the inside. You have your tray of treats in here, and then each bag is like this size, so you get a little individual size for each day, which I just think is incredible. Next one up in price is the Waita. So Waita is a freeze-dried treat brand, and we found out about this one through Instagram. This one's retailing for $19.99, and in here you get 7 varieties of treats. So the highest variety of treats that we've had so far. So in here you get a goat milk stick, a yellow Christmas tree, a pink leaf, beef cubes, salmon cubes, egg yolk cubes, and a lollipop, which is chicken and cranberry, a flavour like freeze-dried lollipop. What I love about Waita is their treats have no additives whatsoever. So it is literally just freeze-dried meat. So the beef cubes is just 100% beef, salmon cubes 100% salmon, and we actually use this a lot in our day-to-day life anyway, because Darcy has a lot of freeze-dried sort of treats anyway, just because I like to know what she's having. So if you're kind of, not particular, but if you like knowing kind of what ingredients your dog's having and you do check the ingredients, this is a really, really high value sort of advent calendar, and I think again it's a perfect option for those dogs that look like need a high value treat, or working dogs or anything like that, and you still want to give them a little treat. So this one again retailing at $19.99. I think variety is a pretty good variety, but it is obviously more on the pricey side of an advent calendar. So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to show you kind of the example of what you get in here. So these are the treats that you're getting in here. So you get, like, when you get a little Christmas tree, you're getting 2 of them in there. And then the lollipop, well, there's only 1 lollipop, so that's the last day. So that's the biggest one that you get, is the last day. But then, like, you do get quite a few treats in each bag, which is good variety really. And they're all kind of like vacuum sealed, which means that they'll keep fresh for a lot longer. So yeah, this one is $19.99 and is a perfect, whoops, someone's looking in my window, is a perfect option if you are willing to spend that little bit extra money for the quality. And then the last 2 that I have to go through, they're both the same price. Now, I think one of them is possibly better value for money than the other one. But again, it depends on kind of what you want from an advent calendar. I've moved positions now because I can't actually see if you can see me in this. I'm hoping you can. One up, we're going to go through is Years. So Years are a steamed food brand, and they're kind of recently more reaching out into doing treats and supplements and that sort of stuff. So they've launched, it is ginormous by the way, this is a 55-piece advent calendar. Just compare it to the size of one of the others. It's massive. So you get 55 treats in here, and I think you get 25 days. Yeah, so this one is 1 treat for every day of the month, which, well, every day of Christmas, which I think is a nice touch. So in here we have a lot of stuff. So I'm going to pop it there for you to have a little read and pause if you want to, but I'm going to read them out as well. So we get a duck superfood fillet, duck burgers, turkey stars, turkey superfood bites, chicken fillets, chicken superfood bites, beef superfood burgers, beef drops, and then you get a beef pizzle for the last day. I'm just going to show you an example of the treats. So these are one of the, oops, I've just opened one of the doors. Whoops. These are one of the treats that you get in here. So these are going to be one of the superfood bites, and you get 2 per door. So I think that's how it adds up to like 55 treats. You get like a little multiple in each door, which I do like. I do think it's nice that you get more than just 1 treat in each door. This one is on the more pricey side. So this one is $29.99, which is a lot for an advent calendar. But you do get a good variety of treats in here. You do get a good quantity of treats, good variety. And if you have a dog that you would, like, if you're willing to spend that money on an advent calendar, it is a good option. But it's not my top option, if you know what I mean. It's not my favourite option, because I just think £30 for an advent calendar for just treats is quite expensive when you're only getting a couple behind each door. But I think the price comes from kind of like, it's got a pizzle stick, it's got 25 days, so it is like the money is justified. But yeah, obviously it's down to preference whether you would spend £30 on an advent calendar. And also, your dog has no idea, I'm just going to put a disclaimer out here, your dog has no idea if it's having an advent calendar or not. It doesn't know what Christmas is. So if you're not in a position to buy an advent calendar, don't feel pressured to buy one because other people are buying them. Like, you don't have to get your dog anything for Christmas. Your love is enough. But yes, it's just a fun way of, like, I get one for Darcy, but I'm a bit of an unhinged pet parent, so oops. Okay, last one. Now this one is actually gone viral online, and I can see why. So this is the Pets at Home giant advent calendar. Now this was £30, but the contents is worth £63, so already you kind of know you're getting your money's worth. So this calendar is full to the brim. I'm going to turn it round. See, this is all the contents. So it's got treats, it's got toys in there, and then it's got a couple of other things in there that I want to kind of delve deeper into. Now, I've opened this once, and Darcy has already nicked one of the toys. So my plan for this advent calendar was, I'm going to unbox all the stuff that Darcy will have and will keep, and then the other bits that she's not keen on are going to go to a dog rescue for Christmas. I'm already doing a big donation for Christmas, so I'm going to give a lot of stuff out of this away because Darcy's a very fussy gal and she doesn't like a lot of stuff. So this is just ridiculous. This is the inside of this box. And just for context, like, this one is £30, which is obviously the same price as the previous advent calendar that we just discussed. So we're going to have a little bit of a delve. It's just so big you can't even move it. So we're going to have a little bit of a delve into this and see what you get. I'm going to see if I can pop you any lower. And pop you here so we can see. Okay, so in here we get, again, there's quite a few toys in here. So toy-wise, we get one of the Wainwright's Roadkill toys. Darcy loves these, so I'm so happy about that. And then the toy that she nicked, again, she absolutely loves. You get one of these little broccoli flatties in there. So they are really good toys. Like, already, this is £3, and this is, I think these are about £5. So we're already on £8 out of 30, which is insane. Other toys, we get a little latex sprout. So we've got one of those in there. And then you get a mystery toy from Bark. Now, I wasn't overly impressed with my Bark toys, I won't even lie. Like, I've seen some of the other options that were in there and they were really good, but I feel like this is just a little bit of a cop-out. I've got a tiny little parrot, and then I don't even know what this is. What's this one? No idea what animal that is. But they're cute. They're like little crinkly, squeaky things, but they're very small, so if you had a big dog, these wouldn't be very good if you got this in your advent calendar. And then, I think that's all the toys. Is that all? Oh no, we've got one more toy. So we've got a little rope tuggy toy as well, which I think is great. So in the advent calendar, we've got 1, 2, 3, 5 of the days are toys. And I think this is a 24-day one. Is this 24 days? Yeah, I think this one's just 24 days. So, going more into the treats. Now, there's a few brands of treats in here that I personally wouldn't give to my dog, but again, it's preference on whether you choose to feed them treats to your dog. So we're going to delve through them and I'm going to kind of discuss my opinions. So we've got, first up, some Whizzies. These are Squeaky Baubles and Roast. Now these are vegan treats. They're very low calorie. It's literally just vegetables in here. So we've got sweet potato, pea, dried tomato, dried pumpkin. Yeah. So these are fully vegan sort of treats. Darcy does not like these. We've tried her on these before. She's not a fan. But if you have a dog that is like, if you're on a particular diet for your dog, then they're a good option. We have some Whimsies, Daily Dental Bones. Again, Darcy does like these, so we'll probably keep one of those, a little toothbrush. Then we have a little Christmas iced muffin, which again, Darcy really does enjoy these, and the date on these lasts for ages. Like, the dates are pretty good on everything. It's all 2026, which is good. We have some bone broth. We've got some chicken bone broth with turmeric and parsley. We have some of the fourth grade salmon with herring bites, which is good. We've got these I will use. So these are Wainwright's lamb freeze-dried pieces. So they go on top of food. And again, this is literally like 99.5% lamb. Oh, here she is! Hello! Hello! Have you come out of bed now? Oh, hello! I'm unboxing your advent calendar. Do you want to see? Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Do you want your broccoli? Here then. Are you going to sit and help me unbox them and you can have one of the treats? No. Which one do you want? What do you want off here? What are you looking for? Shall we find a treat that you can eat and then we'll give you one? Oh my god, she's looking in the box. I can't cope, this is too cute. Come and sit on my lap and help me. Come and sit on my lap and help me. So we've got, next one up is Wag Christmas dinner. I don't personally feed Darcy Wag treats. I think there's quite a few fillers in these. And the turkey content is actually really low. So yeah, there's a lot of wheat and stuff in these, which I personally, again, but it's personal preference. Like, if your dog likes Wag, you can feed your dog Wag by all means. Then we have, you cheeky monkey, we've got Baker's chicken bites. Again, I would not feed Darcy Baker's ever. I just think, ingredients wise, they're not great. Let's have a look at this. So it's literally made out of meat and animal derivatives, 25% of which 4% is chicken. So there's actually, it's just a load of mumbo jumbo in there, which they can go to the dog's home. Then we have a Seasons Treat-Ins Yappy Holidays Grub Club bar. So this is chewy peanut butter bar with insect protein and apple and cranberry. Now, I've never heard of these before, so I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's like a protein. Oh, it's a protein bar. So that's good. Like, that's like a little good protein, little energy bar. Then I think, to be honest, I think these three doors are a bit of a cop-out, I won't lie. So we have a couple of, we've got a couple of vouchers in here. Now, I think if you don't shop from these brands, I feel like this is just a cop-out of three doors. So we've got a Benny Bone 50% off a chew, which again, I won't use. Darcy doesn't have Benny Bone. We've got a 50% off Edgard and Cooper pack, which I probably will use that because Darcy does like Edgard and Cooper treats. And then we've got a 30% off Wainwright's any full price dog bed or mattress. So if you don't buy a dog bed or mattress, then they're a bit of a cop out. But I will actually probably give these to people at work in case they want a voucher. Then we've got more treats. We've got, oh, do you want one of these? We've got Wild Ways fresh salmon with sprats, fish jerky with added herbs and botanicals. So this one is 51% salmon, 31% sprats, pea flour, pea fibre, and a bit of glycerin in. I know, oh dear. And then we have some denzels, turkey and apple charms, which Darcy loves denzels, so I know they will go down a treat. We've got some Edgard and Cooper salmon and chicken little bites, which again she loves. We've got some Lily's Kitchen bedtime biscuits with chamomile and stuff in. We've got some Nature's Menu freeze-dried raw, which again Darcy loves those. And then last two boxes, we've got some chicken meaty sticks from Pets at Home's own brand. And then we also have some Wainwright dental sticks with mint and parsley. So for the Pets at Home one, I think you are 100% getting your money's worth. I think there's a few boxes that are a cop-out, like the vouchers, because if you don't shop from there, it's a bit of a waste. But in terms of contents, like, you are 100% getting... I know! Oh dear, come here. Come here then! And say bye-bye, and then you can have something. So that is our rating of all the 2025 advent calendars that we could get our hands on. There is obviously so many more options out there. These are just the best that kind of align with how I feed my dog anyway. So yeah, on a budget of £12 to £30, there's a few options there if anyone is looking for an advent calendar for their poochie. Yes, because you're spoiled and you have an advent calendar. So thank you very much for watching this YouTube video, and let me know in the comments if you're getting your dog an advent calendar, and if so, which one you're getting, and come back for another video because we're going to be filming a lot more, aren't we? We're actually going, at the end of this month, we're going to a very exciting Dachshund event, and I'm going to try and vlog that for YouTube. So come back at the end of the month and you can see what we get up to there. Yes? Are you going to say bye-bye? Bye-bye.